YouTube, what's going on? This is your boy Reaper coming at you with a deck profile here from your boys over at Joker's TCG. So, I'm gonna hit you guys up today with a black Reboot deck I like to build. I definitely like running black. I know it's not one of the metas right now, and it usually kind of doesn't do great against, your Lord Nightmons and things like that, but I still run this every once in a while at locals, and sometimes I can do pretty good with it. So let's jump right in here. Alright, so first thing, we're going to start with our Digitamons. We're going to start with our eggs. So I play 4 of the BT2 Kapurimons and 1 of the Black Starter Deck Kapurimons. So the BT2 ones have the inherited effect. While this Digimon has Reboot, it gets 1000 DP. And our starter black deck one gives you 1000 DP if you've got a blocker out on top of it. So those are Digitama. Alright, for our level 3s, I like to start you off with, I like to run 2 copies of Chumon. Chumon is usually something I like to hard play, mainly because of his effect here. So all turns, your opponent can't gain memory except with Tamer effects. So it's kind of a little memory blocker there a little bit. So I like to keep 2 of those. Alright, then I like to run 2 or 4 of the Toy Agumon with the Reboot inherited effect. Obviously that kind of goes along with the Reboot style of this deck, and then towards the end I'll show you the combo I usually like to run with that. Okay, I play 3 copies of the starter deck Toy Agumon. So this is end of your opponent's turn. If your opponent didn't attack with the Digimon this turn, you get to trigger draw 1. Another good card. And then the final level 3 I like to run 3 of the promo Tsunarizamons. The inherited effect of this one is, while this Digimon is black and has 13,000 DP or more, this Digimon gains security attack +1. And then he also has all your black Digimon with 13,000 DP or more gain piercing. So, to be honest, I usually like to make my stack either on the Toy Agu or the Tsunarizamon. Just kind of depends on what my hand is able to get. Alright, and then moving on into our level 4s. Level 4s are going to be pretty standard in this one. So I run 3 copies of the Black Starter Deck Dark Tyrannomon. It's just my 1-cost blocker. I do like to run 1 copy of the Mikanerimon, just kind of as like a little tech option, just in case this guy's just chilling in security or something, just a little something. Alright, but then our main level 4s, so of course I like to run 4 of the BT2 Black Greymons, inherited effect, your turn, while this Digimon has Reboot, it gains jamming. Alright, and then the last set of level 4s I like to run 4 copies of the Black Gaugomon. So your turn, while this Digimon has Reboot, it gains jamming. Now obviously with the stack I'm going for, having 8 cards with the same inherited effect is a huge plus. Helps me draw into them a little bit easier. Don't have to worry as much about the breaking. Alright, so move into our level 5s. Alright, level 5s. So, we're going to go ahead and start. So I run 2 copies of the Waru Manzemon. I run this simply just because it's a 2-cost. It's a vanilla 2-cost, nothing really super special about that. I also like to run 4 copies of the BT2 Metal Greymon. So, inherited effect, while this Digimon has Reboot, it gains security attack +1. And then our final level 5 is I run 3 copies of the Black Mac Gaugomon. this one has, while this Digimon has Reboot, it gets 2000 DP. So my preferred stack is going into the Metal Greymon, but if I can get into the Black Macalgamon, at least my my 6s and 7s can get a little extra DP in there. Alright, and our level 6s. Alright, level 6, I like to run, this is going to be our main mega in the deck. So this is going to be the new BT5 Black War Greymon with security +1 and a Reboot. So this is the main mega that I'm trying to make into a stack. But we also have the option of being able to play the BT2 War Greymon, which has blocker and Reboot with it. Being able to have either of these megas in your hand while you're building helps you get all of those inherited effects from your 5, 4, and 3 level Digimon. And then, just as a little extra, I like to put in 1 copy of the promo Black War Greymon that gives us the Digiburst 2, which lets you unsuspend this Digimon. So that one's just in there. It's kind of a little extra something, but of course I want to try to really get into either one of these 2 War Greymons right here. Alright, now for our level 7s. My level 7s, I do play a little differently here. So I don't play all 1 copy of something, I play one-offs. So I have a Chaosmon with piercing, and then when digivolving, unsuspend this Digimon, then it can attack your opponent's Digimon. This effect allows you to attack unsuspended Digimon as well. Chaosmon, great level 7. My other level 7 I'm running is Omnimon's War, which of course when digivolving you trash the top 3 cards of your deck. Then you may play up to 2 black and or purple Digimon cards with play costs of 8 or less from trash without paying their memory cost. When attacking, you may return 1 level 6 Digimon card in this Digimon's Digivolution card to its owner's hand to delete 1 of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon with a play cost of 12 or less. So you're basically looking at knocking out a level 6 or lower on the field. And of course, last one is I run 1 copy of the Omnimon Alter S. Alright, so those are our level 7s. Okay, now we're going to go into options. Of course, in my opinion, one of the best option cards in black, Final Zubagon Punch. So what I like to do here is, because of your extra DPs that you can get in some of your inheriteds, that plus 3,000 to your level 6 gives you blocker, reboot, and security +1. So you can swing for a good bit here, and plus with your jamming and also blocker for the following turn, and your DP stays an extra 3,000 for your opponent's turn as well. Last option I like to run, a lot of people call me out on this, but this is just something I like to do. So I like to run Beast Cyclone in here, just 1 copy. So all of your Digimon with blocker or reboot gain security attack +1. So this really just depends on where your memory is, how the game's going, and whether you need to knock out an extra security or not. With that 3 cost to play, you can usually still be able to play this and attack before passing turn over to your other opponent. Okay, so those are our options. And then of course we're going to go into our Tamers here. So Tamers, I run 2 copies of Izzy. Memory Tamer. On play, reveal top 3 cards of your deck. If all the revealed cards are black, you get to gain a memory. And you get to place the cards on top of your deck in any order. So you can reveal 3 cards. If there's something in there that you're like, ooh, I'm going to really need that next turn, you go ahead and do that. And the last card I like to run is 2 copies of Marcus. Again, another Memory Tamer. But the reason I like having him in here is when one of your Digimon with Greymon in its name, hence why all the Black War Greymons are in here, you may suspend this Tamer to gain a memory. So if you're sitting at 0 memory, something like that, and you want to be able to do a little something, you can, when you're attacking, you can suspend him, gain a memory, and go to 1, and then be able to play your Zubagon Punch, just to give you a little something going into your next turn. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you my preferred stack combo that I like to have. So, I like to have the PT2 Kaporimon on the bottom. Then I like to have the level 3 Toy Agumon. Okay. Then I'm gonna go into Greymon. Hopefully then I can get into a Metal Greymon. Of course, I want to get into my Black or Greymon. So, what you're looking at here is your turn while this Digimon's Reboot gets 1000 DP. So, because it does that, I'm already sitting at 13 DP. He's got Reboot, he's got Jamming, and he already has a... So, just right off the bat, he is swinging for 1, 2, 3 at a 13,000. But that is why I like to play Zubagon Punch, which would give him an extra 3,000 DP, putting him at 16,000. So then he gets an additional security attack. So he is now swinging for 4 securities with jamming. So that's the main combo I like to hit. Yes, I'm not swinging for an entire security stack, but 4 securities is pretty damn good when you're going against somebody else, especially with that jamming. It really helps you out. Alright folks, so this is my Black Reboot deck. This has been another episode of Joker's TCG. This is your boy Reaper. Catch y'all later.